So welcome back to my animation channel. Thanks very much for joining me. I realized just the other day that I haven't worked on my movie The Paint on Safari for over 2 years now. That's because mainly in the main I've been working on my Animating with OpenToonz course, which kind of grew a life of its own. It wasn't supposed to be such a big course, but it certainly grew into a massive course. If you haven't checked that out, please go and check it out. I've got all sorts of stuff in there, and you learn how to animate with OpenToonz and you learn how to use OpenToonz by actually making some scenes. So please check it out. So now that I'm finished the course and the course is out there, I've come back to part 4 of my movie, which is called The Zebra Crossing. And what I've already done, I did it over Christmas in December, was create a walk cycle of a zebra, this character here. All of this is going into making a short animated movie course, so please go check that out. Again, the links are in the description here. This zebra I dropped on a background and I just rendered it out. You can see the camera here, the little camera box there is moving with it, tracking with it, zooming out, and then we have some birds flying across the scene. This was just to generate a promotional video for this. So the actual scene will have quite a few zebras in it and they'll be crossing the road. So the zebra in the zebra crossing has already been created, and now what I need to do is get to creating some assets in 3D. Particularly this one here, the aircraft I'll probably leave, but this Land Cruiser is going to be crucial to the movie. And so far I've got away with it because it's not doing a whole lot. It's got a little turn there and mostly it's just side on. So I've been able to get away with just using a 2D model here. It's broken into various layers so that I can drop the tourists behind the seats, etc. But I'm getting back into Blender. I used it in part 3 of the movie when the flamingos flew down the valley. I created these cliffs, the cliff faces here in Blender 3D and rendered it out, then brought it into OpenToonz and placed the characters, etc. over it. So I'm thinking of doing the same thing with this Land Cruiser. The idea is to create a 3D model of it and then put the characters in it. I'll have some low poly characters, probably all painted, although I still have to work that out, and then render out whenever the movie calls for a scene of the Land Cruiser. I'll render it out and then drop those renders into OpenToonz and do all the rest of the animation in 2D in OpenToonz. So that's the main idea. It's just using an asset, a 3D asset, to get a lot of otherwise very complex moves and stuff. I could do this in 2D, it's absolutely possible, but I think this is a much more efficient way of doing it, actually having a 3D model so that I can shoot it from all angles. I'm just doing it now with the Land Cruiser, but I'll probably do it with some other stuff in the movie, possibly some of the sets, etc. So it's a relatively new process for me. I've obviously used it in scene 3 with that fly through, but creating assets like this and then rendering them out to use, it's relatively new, but I want to use this technique a lot more going forward. Anyway, all of this is in my course, which is getting updated currently. We're moving into part 4. It's an 8-part movie, so we're almost halfway, and that means we're about halfway through the course as well. So please check it out. The course isn't finished yet. It'll only be finished when the movie is, and that'll probably be in another year or 2 at least. But please check it out. It's still at a big discount. So if you get it now, you'll only be able to get about halfway through the course, but you're also paying about half what the finished price of the course will be. So that's it from me. Thanks very much for dropping into my channel. Thanks once again for all the support you guys give. Please, if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, and also won't you subscribe to my newsletter as well. I'm building that up. It's now become a regular monthly newsletter, so please won't you just drop your details in there as well. And again, thanks for dropping by and happy animating out there. All the best. Bye.